guys. Are y'all ready? I call to order the regular meeting of the City of Aransas Pass City Council, November 16, 2020, at 6 p.m. Let's all rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Dear Father, thank you, my Father, for the blessings that you have given us, my Father. We thank you, my Father, that you have been with the City of Aransas Pass. You have brought us through so much, my Father. We thank you, my Father. Pray for our residents, my Father. Pray for the new council that's coming on board, Lord, that we continue working together as we have been, Lord, and I know that we will. Pray your blessings upon our city department heads, our interim city manager, that you guide her, my Father, as we together work through this time in the City of Aransas Pass. This we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now we're going to go to consider an act on ordinance number 2020-4334, canvassing the returns and declare the results of the general election held on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020, for the purpose of electing one council member for place 2, one council member for place 4, and 11 charter amendment propositions. And we're going to go to Mary to read them.
To read the votes, okay. Okay, the votes that were received for council member place 2, Jason Knight was 1,557. Billy Ellis was 1,004. Council member place 4, Vicky Abrego received 1,445. Adan Chapa received 1,174. And for the charter amendment propositions, Proposition A received 999 yes, 1,821 no. Proposition B received 1,224 yes, 1,601 no. Proposition C received 1,465 yes, 1,244 no. Proposition D received 2,533 yes, 313 no. Proposition E received 1,704 and 1,113 no. Proposition F received 1,986 yes, 750 no. Proposition G received 1,620 yes and 1,108 no. Proposition H received 2,450 yes and 292 no. Proposition I received 2,322 yes and 379 no. Proposition J, 1,939 yes and 758 no. Proposition K was 2,571 yes and 170 no.
Okay, now we're going to go to conducting swearing in of newly elected.
Can you call for a vote? Can you call for a vote on passage of the ordinance?
Say it again.
Can you call for a vote on the passage of the ordinances?
I'm completely lost. Okay, sure.
On item 3.1, we just need a vote. A
Okay,
motion.
oh yeah, my bad. Favor of the council?
I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 2020-4334, canvassing the returns and declare the results of the general election held on Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020, for the purpose of electing one council member for place 2 and one council member for place 4, and 11 charter amendment propositions.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And now we're going to go to conduct and swearing in of newly elected council members. Vicky?
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. Okay, I state your name.
I, Jason Knight,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office of council member, place, office,
the duties of the office of council place
of the city of Aransas Pass, state of Texas, and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws
the Constitution and laws
of the United States
of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay, you're official. Okay.
Okay.
Careful with the chair rolls out.
Congratulations.
It's on the thing.
Okay, now we're gonna go to consider an act on appointing a mayor pro tem.
Okay.
Mary?
Mayor, and the charter states that, the charter, Article 3, Section 5 states that the council shall select one of their members to serve as mayor pro tem.
Well, I make a motion that we, to appoint Jan Moore as our mayor pro tem.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain because it's me.
Okay.
Okay.
Was there any nays? I mean,
No.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna go to presentations and proclamations. Introduction of new employee, Kelly Donnell, Administrative Assistant Fire Chief.
Fire department.
Oh, yeah, Fire Department, I'm sorry. My bad.
So I remember when I first got hired here, and I came up here and y'all maybe talked for 20 minutes about how I was happy to be here for the fire chief's position. So I brought my new assistant. I'm so proud of her. We already have spelling words that are due every Friday because no firefighter can spell. And so she's really helping us out, bring us along. But I want to introduce Kelly to you. So she has her 15, 20 minutes to tell you all about herself.
There you go. Welcome, go ahead.
I am very happy to be here and to have this position. I look forward to serving the city. Just to tell you all a little bit about myself, the majority of my professional background is in journalism and public relations.
Oh, good.
But I do have some experience as a volunteer with EMS and fire back when I was younger. So I hope that all of those skills will lend well to serving the city. And I look forward to working with y'all.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. Okay, now we're gonna go to the consent agenda. All of the following items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine by the city council and be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion of this item unless a council member so requests. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of the regular meeting on October 19th, 2020, the special meeting on October 26th, 2020, and the regular meeting on November 2nd, 2020.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we're gonna go to city manager and is considered an act on approval of an ordinance authorizing the insurance of the city of Aransas Pass, Texas for notes, series 2020, and the other matters incident and related thereof. And we're gonna postpone that item all the way to 8:10 till after executive session, and we will go to consider an act on approving a resolution designating an administrative service provider for 2021-2022 TXCDBG Community Development Fund application and project implementation administered by the Texas Department of Agriculture.
Yes, good evening. We would like to award the contract for administrative services to GrantWorks to administer the grants for the Texas CDBG application period fiscal year 2021 to 2022.
Conversation?
Okay, well, I make a motion that we approve resolution, a resolution designating an administrative service provider for 2021 to 2022, the TXCDBG Community Development Fund application to GrantWorks.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now we're gonna go to the monthly municipal court report for October
Those
20.
are
It's on
attached
our computers,
in your packet.
100%. And that'll be the same for
For
eight,
community enrichment, yes.
9.
And developmental services would be the next
Okay.
item, 10.
We'll go to consider an act and award the request for proposals for carpet and flooring services to Pro Touch contractors at a cost of not to exceed $69,019.50 and no change orders, 'cause hopefully they know how to figure the carpet out.
Yeah, right.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We went out for bids twice. The first time, we didn't get any bids. The second time, there was only one bidder. They are a local bidder out of Ingleside. I believe they are doing some work for the new dominoes going in at Ingleside, and staff recommends approval.
I make a motion that we award the request for proposal for carpet and flooring services to Pro Touch contractors.
Not to exceed $69,000
$19.50.
with no change orders.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully they know how to measure the carpet and stuff.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mary?
Just to mention that FEMA, that is a FEMA project, and FEMA will cover 90% of the 69,000.
Mayor, if we could go back to the item for the tax note, when you're ready. Try to easier.
Okay,
So,
go to the.
8.1.
8.1.
It's 8.1.
Eight.
8.9?
8.1.
Well, consider and approve of resolution designated for an administrator services provider for 2021 and
No.
20.
No, 8.1. 8.1.
He just came in.
Oh, all right, get it together, dummy. Consider an act on resolution approving for resale property. Now,
It's on the text here. Read mine.
You want me to read it, Mayor?
no, that's the guy right there? Oh, okay. All right, there you go. Okay, now we're gonna go to consider an act on resolution approving for resale property suite.
No.
No.
How come yours says
How
different?
come yours is different than mine?
Mary?
Have Mary read it.
Let me read it, okay. We're gonna go to 8.1, is consider an act on approval of an ordinance authorizing the issuance of City of Aransas Pass, Texas tax notes series 2020 and other matters incident and related thereto.
We came before the council a while back to issue a tax note for the purchase of 2 dump trucks for $230,000, the purchase of a small roller and trailer for $22,000, emergency repairs to pump number 3 for $255,000, 2 John Deere tractors for $90,000, repairs to the clarifier for $175,000, digester cleanout at the sewer treatment plant for $125,000, and racetrack catwalk repairs for $200,000. And they took bids. The bids closed today. Mr. McCliney, Mark is here to go ahead and let you know what the interest rates for issuing that tax note is going to be. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you all very much. And I'm sorry a few minutes late. They're working on the highway on 181.
Yeah, you threw me off too.
And it slowed things down a little bit.
Just a bit.
Yes, you made it difficult.
Yes.
At Gerald's direction, we went out and bid $1,145,000 for the projects that Sandra just mentioned. Today, we received 3 bids. The best bid was Amity Bank at 1.22%, and then they had $514 extra, their charges along with it, to a total true interest cost for the city of 1.232%. This is a fixed rate and won't change during the life of the loan. It will be paid off in 6 years, the last payment being February 1st, 2027. And the payments are split out. The projects for the water fund or the utility fund will be paid by the utility fund, and the projects on the general fund will be paid by the general fund. JP Morgan Chase was the second place bid, and TIB, which is Texas Independent Bank, was the third bid. Our numbers that we ran were at 1.35%, so we beat the preliminary projections that we had on 2 of the 3 bids, and our recommendation would be to award to Amity Bank, and if the council proceeds with that, funds will be in the bank for purchase December 15th. And I'm happy to address any questions you may have about the process or the bids.
And just to let everybody know, this was already budgeted. We did have this in our annual budget.
Excuse me, what was the question?
I didn't answer.
No, yeah.
No. We just said this was budgeted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you already read what the funds are for?
Yes, at the very beginning.
At the-
Yes.
okay.
Any questions?
Yes, I would like to table this until the next meeting. I'd like to be better informed on the content of these items. And just before I agree to spending this much money, I'd just like to know exactly what and why it's needed. And Mr. Mayor, I'm presenting this to you as a motion.
What, if Mark, what is the outcome if we were to table?
These bids get thrown out, and which is fine, and it's your all's prerogative. They bid subject to council taking action tonight, and there's no promise that we'll get the same bids or any bids in the future. Because this is something that, we did go through a process before, and I know, Mr. Knight, you were not on the council, the process of getting permission to proceed prior to going out for bid. So these banks put lots of time and effort into bidding this, and there would be a fair chance that they will not return a bid. And we did receive 3 bids. 2 of them were better than what we were projecting, 1 was not. So I think that's a risk. Again, it's your all's absolute prerogative, but it's a risk that council needs to be made aware of. And one of the items, and it was Ms. Moore brought up, the annual amount for each payment for the water fund, or the utility fund and the general fund was already budgeted for this year for these projects that were determined by the prior council that it was needed.
I think the interest rate's pretty good.
It was, it was part of our workshop, our budget workshop
It's
this
part
year.
of our capital.
I believe that was, you made that in the form of a motion. Is that correct, Councilmember Knight?
Yes, ma'am.
So that was his motion.
We have
Is there a second? So if there's not a second, the motion dies for lack of a second.
Okay. Have another motion?
Well, I make a motion to approve ordinance authorizing the issuance of the City of Aransas Pass, Texas Tax Note Series 2020
I'll second.
to Amity Bank at an interest rate of 1.232%.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No.
Thank you all, and again, I apologize for being late to the meeting.
Thank you.
And there'll be Mr. Mayor, there'll be several documents that I'll leave here, and you can sign this tomorrow and send them back.
Can I make a suggestion that you sit down with Jason and go over what we got and why
Yes,
we bought
thank
it?
you.
And that way he has a better understanding. Because
Understand, or Sandra, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
it was something that was already ongoing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that he understands why we're doing
Yes,
this.
yes.
And the,
Okay,
and the
that'd be
need, and the
great.
need for it.
And, yeah,
Mary,
exactly.
Mary,
Yep.
where do you go from here?
Okay, the next item that we're gonna go to is item 10.2.
Hmm?
10.2 is the next item, so.
Okay.
I thought we were gonna go into executive session to talk with Weinbarger first.
No, we gotta go into the contract with Michael Gonzalez and the
Did
update
you
on
just
city.
say appointed?
We're gonna go into session after we consider all of the items on the agenda.
Yeah, 10.2.
10.2.
Yeah, see, I got it right that time.
I didn't.
Do anything.
Do that.
Are we on the right one?
Okay.
No, that's, today's not November 12th.
Just read it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're gonna get him to get on the
not-
script.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Well, she's trying to show him how to use the.
No, no.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
now
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna go to 10.2, which is consider an act to enter into a contract with Michael Gonzalez to act as chief operator of the city wastewater treatment plant.
Okay, so what you have here before you, by TCQ rules and regulations, we have to have a minimum of a B operator at the treatment plant. Because of turnover, we don't have a B operator. So Mr. Gonzalez would be taking the place of that. At the same time, he's there training our staff and getting them up to par so that we can eventually have our own operator. We get a lot of benefits having him there. He's a double A license in both water and sewer. He's also an instructor with TEACS. So what he's brought to the table is by us allowing him to use our conference room at Public Works to do his online classes, we get 2 free individuals to participate in the classes at no cost. Normally, you're looking at $500 to $600 per individual to go take these classes. So you're looking at $1,200 a week that we're saving right now, and these are every single week. So we're having everybody take the classes and fast tracking them to get all their licensing. And that's why in the last report you have seen that we have a lot of operators now. It's because they're able to attend these classes. They're here, they don't have to travel, and it's free. So that's an added benefit to having him on board. He doesn't charge us for that, but that's one of the benefits, and he has a wealth of knowledge. He's always a phone call away. We need him for anything other than just a treatment plan. He's always willing to help us with anything. So staff recommends approving the contract until we can get someone in-house with
Where
a
does he
fee.
live? Is he local?
No, he does have an RV here now at the ICW right next to the treatment plant, so he's
He's
there.
right there.
Yeah, on the weekends, he does go back to Victoria, where he's from, but during the week, he's here in town.
And this is just for a year, is that it?
Yes, and
Okay.
then I think we're looking at options, possibly an auto renewal if needed. Hopefully, we can get someone in-house to get their own B license and get trained properly to take it over.
And what is the cost to the city for this?
38,000.
Yeah.
Where is it? I don't know.
Right here.
I was looking at this, okay.
Which is less than an actual operator full-time with a sewer plant. So
What
it is
does
a
it-
savings to the city.
What does that, you know, what that?
It's $23 an hour, I believe, what we're budgeted for this position,
No,
so
but a normal position for, with
Yes.
his caliber, what is the cost normally?
normally, I don't know what the number
This-
will be.
That's just, the gross is 47,800 plus benefits, so you're looking at insurance, retirement, social security, and Medicare. So, yeah, you're looking at almost $60,000.
If you were actually
If you
employed?
were
Full-time,
an
yes.
employee of the city, yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yes.
So we just about cut it in half, having him as a contractor, okay. Okay, where are we at here? Okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve a contract with Michael Gonzalez to act as chief operator of the city's wastewater treatment plant for the 1 year at an annual cost of $38,000.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we're gonna go to updates on city projects.
So you have before you the monthly reports for Public Works. I just want to highlight some of the major projects and give you an overview of where we're at with them. I'm not going to go through every single one because we do have quite a bit of projects. One thing I do want to mention is when you look at the citywide projects, the number completed and ongoing and so forth, it's gonna change for next month because we're starting a new fiscal year. So we're gonna start back at 0 with completed projects and start from that. This past year, we did complete 48 projects in this past fiscal year, and we have 36 ongoing right now. On those ongoing projects, the first one I wanna give you an update on is pump station number 1, which is Maddox. As y'all know, the pump station was completely destroyed after Harvey. We are in design phase right now. We're about 2 months out from bidding it. This will be replace the entire building, the motor, the pump, and do some rework there with that pump station. It would also include work at pump station number 2 to do some work on one of the pumps that's not working there. Pump station number 3, emergency repairs. This is where the levee failed. We are ready to hire a contractor. The engineers right now are looking at the cost and getting those bids. Hopefully by next week we'll have something ready to award and get the work at the levee going. For the pump station itself, we're looking at actually bidding that one out since luckily we're not in a rainy season right now. I think we can follow protocol and do the full bidding process for it. And we're looking at starting that early next year for that work. But the levee stuff, we're looking at trying to get it here in December. Harbor Point Electrical Park, that project is about 95% complete. We've had some issues. Contractor had done some work. Some of the lights aren't working. They came in with a change order. We rejected it before even bringing it to y'all. We feel that it was work they did. They should be responsible for it, and we're not paying it. Engineers are backing up on it. They had a meeting with them today. I haven't heard back on what the outcome was, but we're holding them to it that it is their responsibility to fix it. And we won't accept any change orders out of it.
Good.
Water tower, as y'all know, has been completed. We're doing closeout documents already. We already started signing some of the paperwork, and it's coming in through the engineers. And hopefully here before the end of the month, we completely close it out and get it off our list.
We have a question on that.
Yes.
The water tower, we know that the last major rain that we had, it tripped something and the pump went out. And
It
then
got
we
addressed.
repaired it?
Yes,
Or did we get a new pump there, and what kind of warranty?
It was
will it last?
a relay that wasn't hooked up right. They came in and fixed it immediately, and it will be under warranty. The warranty won't start until we officially accept the project.
Okay.
So we'll still have warranty on it.
Okay, thank you.
The next project is Motel 6, just a quick update on that one. They are moving forward. They start laying their plumbing already and getting ready to start forming foundation. So we've been meeting with them, and it looks like they're moving forward now, and they're on the right track. So hopefully we can keep them there and get that hotel up and running.
Good.
Harbor Bulkhead, design's 100% done, with ready to bid. At the next December meeting, we'll be bringing that to y'all to request permission to bid it out. We had some permitting concerns there with the GLO or the Army Corps of Engineers on who was gonna pay what. Because it is a government project and they're providing government funds or federal funds, they waived the permit fee, so that took care of the issue. And our next step is to bring it to y'all in December, get request permission to bid it. SCADA system and electrical, I'm gonna go over these together because they're both bidding out at the same time. We requested permission, we got the permission to bid it. It's be turned into the newspaper this Friday, so it can start advertising next Wednesday. And we gave it a 3-week advertising period since it's a bigger project. The SCADA will, I think there's 11 lift stations that will be controlled by SCADA, and we can monitor them through our phones and tablets and get alerts when there's issues. And these were the only ones that were covered through FEMA. Hopefully, in the near future, we can get a grant to cover the remaining lift stations. With the electrical, it's all the work to be done at the treatment plant. All that was damaged through Harvey, so it's all gonna be upgraded and put in new. And that one, the reason they're bidding together is there's gonna be a lot of coordination going on for the contractors there.
Okay.
City Hall roof, y'all approved the skylight. We have a meeting Thursday with the contractor to get an official date on when they're gonna finish that, so we can give them the punch list and close out that project as well.
About time.
Harbor Road projects, y'all seen the phase 1 is complete. Phase 2 is moving along pretty good. We had some issues with a water line that was only buried a foot instead of the 3 feet normal, so we had to do some adjustments there. But it's moving along. It looks like they're a little bit ahead of schedules, which is good, but I don't want to commit them to that until we get further along. Next project. The next grouping, it's all the CDBG DR projects, which include the Stat McCampbell, that I know has been a big priority for everyone. Originally, our deadline was to bid in October and start construction in November. There was some holdup with the environmental. GLO has a long requirement process that has to go through. Unfortunately, they're the ones providing the funds, so we gotta abide by their rules. It has cleared the questioning and comment period. Those questions have been submitted over to the GLO, and we're in the 30-day period. So hopefully, if GLO has no issues, we can expedite it and get it going. And that would affect the entire 15 projects that are in this grouping. And just to go a little bit further detail, these projects were split up into 5 projects instead of all 15. We're going to group some of them together to kind of move the project along faster. The very first one, of course, is the Stat McCampbell. That's one project in its own because it's big enough. And it would include everything from just past the Veterans Park, down McCampbell, down Stapp, down Rife, and then down the King right-of-way area. That will replace the entire drainage system with new roads, and hopefully now we get proper drainage. They're sizing everything accordingly based on the new information that we have. The other one, it's Waring and Wheeler Sewer. These are the only 2 sewer projects out of the group, and we grouped them together. Down Wheeler from the library, about a block east, and then down the entire alley. That section will be replaced with new manholes and new lines, and then the road reconstructed in that area. And Waring Lane, we've had some issues there in the past where those pipes, we televised it, and all the joints have started shifting, so that entire area is going to get redone for that section. The third project would be Johnson Avenue, close to Saunders, all the way down to the highway, to commercial. That entire area is going to get redone, replaced. I know many of y'all drive that road and you feel it as a roller coaster when you're driving through with all the failures we have there. So that's all going to get sized properly and replaced, and then the road redone. Highland is we're working with the county on this. With the flooding that we have on the county side going from Avenue A to 1069, we got some funds appropriated to help do another additional crossing across 1069 to let the water out faster. So we're working with TxDOT and the county on this one, and it's moving along as well. The next grouping is DeBerry, Saunders, and Greenwood, since they all tie in together. Greenwood goes into Saunders, Saunders goes to DeBerry, and DeBerry collects and goes into McCampbell Ditch. So this will be another big project. And then the final one are 3 smaller projects with South 13th from Palm Drive down to, I believe it's Greenwood, or to the Stoddard Ditch. Wilson, there'll be 2 blocks on Wilson and 2 blocks on Nelson by the schools that the storm will be replaced completely. So those are the 5 projects that were grouped into 5 big projects so that we can get them. Our plan is 1 and 2 will be bid at the same time, since it's 1 sewer and 1 storm. And within 2 months in on that, we'll start bidding the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. So they're about 2 months apart, and hopefully as one is finishing, the other one's starting, and we keep them going. This will help with our contractors so that we will not have contractors, 5 different contractors spread out through the city trying to manage them all at once. And hopefully we get better bids by doing this. Any questions?
But whenever we get contractors, I hope that we'll continue to do the monthly update or the every 2 weeks on
Yes.
the project, so that we keep everybody
Yes.
in tow, because that has worked very well.
Yeah, so this will be every month for y'all, and then I'll be presenting on these projects. And at any point you have questions on any of them, email me, call me, let me know, and I can sit down with you and go over any other project that's on here.
I was wondering if you can, Sandra, you can provide us a copy of that list, because I don't think we have it on our.
It was attached to
I
to
didn't
your.
get it.
It's an attachment. But I will email you that,
Okay,
that's not a problem.
I didn't.
But what you were referring to, Councilwoman Moore, was you wanted the actual contractors here to
Well-
give the update, or would you be comfortable with just staff doing the update?
because we can get either the engineer here to do the presentations, we can get contractors to do presentations, it's up to y'all. For the Harbor Road project, the contractor will be here every first of the month to do his report. And then I'll do the second meeting with his report.
Just as long as we have either the engineer or contractors actually
Okay.
updating us, that would be awesome also.
Okay.
On
And
that.
accountable.
Yes.
We made the water department, the water tower people accountable, we made the road people and Con Brown accountable, and they know that we're watching.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. I don't know if you have it, I don't see it on the agenda. We had asked at our workshop that we had on Thursday, an update on the extension, if you wanted to extend to the water sewer.
Okay, yes, we are gonna put that on
Okay.
on the first one is just a turnaround from
Okay.
Thursday to posting the agenda Friday. to
It was
getting
too
all that-
quick.
It was too quick for staff to get all that information ready.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
but we will get that for you the first meeting in December.
Good, thank
How
you.
about the tapping for Sherwood Forest?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you.
Okay, where are we going now?
All the way to city council staff and announcements.
Yes, we would like to just announce the holiday schedule. We're gonna be closed for Thanksgiving on November the 26th and the 27th. So staff will be here for the entire month, except for those 2 days. Want to remind council that Fall Feast is this week on the 19th. It's gonna be a drive-through, Fall Feast. There's, I couldn't bring up the map, I was trying to email you that map. But there is a map on our Facebook page, and should be one, if not on our website, we should get one on our website by tomorrow, letting the people know how they want. You want to explain about
We start serving at 4.
He's pulling out the map for us.
And they start serving at 4.
Yes, they will start serving it for you. That's the map, that's how they're gonna want traffic, so it's in the back of the Civic Center, not on lot, not on the main highway. So it doesn't cause any, for traffic control reasons, that's how they want people to start lining up. And yes, service will be starting at 4 on Thursday. So we encourage, we're cooking for 700 people, we're doing 700 plates. It's on a first come, first served basis only, and, once we run out, we run out. So, every year we do an in-dining style with, presentation, speaking, and so entertainment. But this year, because of COVID restrictions, we're gonna have to do a drive-through. And then the other one is going to be about the workshop. We're trying to schedule a workshop. The agenda says December the 9th, but I've spoken with the city attorney, and she's not gonna be able to make it that day, so we're gonna move it to December the 10th, and she will be available via the phone. The items tentatively for that workshop is ATVs, a panhandling ordinance, and parking on unimproved areas. Those are the 3 items that we are gonna be discussing at that work session. Work session will start at 5:30 here at City Hall. And that's all I have for comments.
Okay, now we're gonna go to citizen comments. Citizen comments are intended for the matters that are not scheduled on the agenda. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes and state your name and address for the record. Be advised that the Texas Open Meeting Act prohibits the city council from responding and discussing your comments. The law authorizes the following: make a statement of factual information, recite existing policy, advise that this judgment may be placed on the agenda for a subsequent meeting. Any comments? Mary?
Anything online?
Okay, now we're gonna go into executive session, section 551.071 of the Texas Open Meeting Act to meet with his attorney to seek legal advice on a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the city council under the Texas Disciplinary Rules of Professional Conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with the Texas Open Meeting Act relating to tax resale properties, city legislative agenda, section 551.087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiator related to Coastal Shares LLC, 1982 Highway 35 North, Aransas Pass, Texas.
And the other one?
Okay, and then there's section 551.074 to deliberate the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment duties, discipline of dismissal of a public officer or employee, city attorney, city secretary, and municipal court judge. And it is 6:40.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna reconvene in open session to consider and take action, if any, on any item discussed in executive session.
Okay.
7:38.
Yeah, where
Yes,
were we?
8.2. It's now is 8.2 for sure.
Yes, 8.2.
Yes, it's the second one. Okay, it's the second one, guys. Okay, now. That's too funny. We're gonna go to 8.2, which is consider an act on resolution approving tax resale property suite number 5-09-1321-TX tract number 1, lot 11, block 212, original town site of the city of Aransas, Pass in Patricia County, Texas. The property is located at South 11th Street. Bid submitted by Robert Cooper in the amount of $100.
Would you like me to make a presentation or say?
We were just gonna summarize, yes, we'll just summarize it.
And Mr. Cooper is here.
Yeah, Mr. Cooper's here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just wanted to say this property was taken to sale and was struck off by the taxing units and now owned in trust by the county, school, and city. And we have an offer for $100 by Mr. Cooper, so I believe Mr. Cooper's here.
Thank you. I have some paperwork. You guys would like to look at
Sure.
some photos of the property and a concept of what we plan on doing with it. There you go. So I understand $100 probably seems like a low bid, but if you take a look at the photos, I can remove my mask. Is that?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think it'll illustrate that the property is a tear down. We've got tarps on the roof, holes in the roof, things in really bad shape. So I think I can justify the bid because we're gonna have to pay a lot of money just before we get this thing ready to build on. The site work involved with this is pretty substantial that we're paying for out of our own pockets. So, you know, it's not an attempt to lowball the city or anything, but to make this a financially viable project, we would need to get it for lower than what the adjudged value would be.
I have a question.
Sure.
Have you already built a home similar to this in
Yes,
Aransas?
yes,
And
yes, we have.
it's on.
Nelson.
It's on Nelson, correct. And we've
Okay.
got two more. We got the underground plumbing work done, not the rough out, but just we've run lines to the subsequent
Okay.
two, and we begin construction on those hopefully by the end of the year. And the
That's a
first
real
one-
cute house.
Thank you.
How much are you selling those for?
We sold that one for $175 in 4 days. It wasn't on MLS. We just put a little sign up. I wasn't expecting it, so I think we're a little bit low on the price. I think we could get high 170s, 180.
'Cause my son tried to call you on that house and never got an answer.
Really? Yeah.
That's
not
why
my phone.
I
He
never
handles-
got a call back on that house. So,
Well, we'd be happy to get in touch with them.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
So that's, we would be building something similar to that there, probably in the mid-180s. And just, you know, us tearing that thing down is a net positive for the city. It's not only currently a financial liability, but, I mean, the thing could catch on fire or whatever else bad can happen with a dilapidated home, so. But yeah, it's gonna take some resources, just like with site work, just to get the thing ready to go, so we'll need to save every dime we can.
Let's talk about time frame. What's
Yeah.
your time frame?
Time frame, I think we've got these two going up on Nelson, or technically the addresses would be 13th, and then those are going up simultaneously. Hopefully we'll be done with those. If we can start by the end of the year, we'll be done with those by March, April. Then the subsequent three on the tax resale I bought last year and the adjacent lot, we're gonna do those three simultaneously. So that puts us probably in the fall. So with this one, we could always move it up, but if we're gonna go on the timeline we're planning on, it would be this time next year at the latest, having a house there, hopefully sooner. We could always tear that thing down if it would make the city feel better, you know, in the next 2 or 3 months, and just get the site work done while we're finishing up our project on Nelson, 13th and 12th. and then get to that one. But
So you're saying by about November 2021, you'd have a house there for
we'd hope
sale?
to, yeah. I mean, things will not be going well if we don't have a house there by then, so,
And you're willing to take the structure down?
absolutely.
And
In a
keep it,
couple of
and
months.
keep it mowed.
We'll keep it
Yeah.
mowed,
I know,
absolutely.
that's a
I've gotten a
big-
mowing bill before, they're not fun.
But it's got a cute little doggy on the fence.
Well, if it'll make you feel better, we'll keep that. Do you want it?
Yeah.
You can bring it to council.
Negative. I do not want it, but it's cute. I haven't seen that.
We'll keep it.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate what you're doing with your properties, and you do have a nice product from what I see.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a
Thank
nice
you.
house down there.
Thank you.
And this is gonna be the house there, you're not just giving us just to give
No,
us a picture.
that's, we only want to build this style. Of course, there's going to be some small variations, but this is the architectural and design style. That is our product.
Okay.
And I think how quickly we sold the last one illustrates that there is a demand for it.
What size lot is this, Steve?
I think it would be a 50, the standard size,
Okay,
that's 7,000
50.
square foot.
Okay.
I think it would be that.
All
So
right.
everything in
How
that
big
area
is
is.
How
Oh,
many
yeah, what
feet
square
this
footage
house?
is on the house?
The house would be
18?
between 1,200 and 1,400
Oh,
on
it's
that,
that
on that lot probably, but it's a great use of space. They're 2-2s, very high ceilings. It feels a lot bigger than it is because of the high ceilings. And there's a
Okay.
demand for, Hogan's building a lot, and there's a demand for what they're building, the 4-3s and the 3-2s, but some people, before I had children, I didn't need a 2,000 square foot house, and I wish there were more options
Mhm.
for it, which is one of the reasons we went with this concept. We're just doing lower volume and smaller houses.
I like this style. Too bad you didn't answer the phone.
Well, we can build them one. Maybe we'll build it for them right there.
I think you already bought a house, right?
I think he's already got contract on the house. Yeah, he does, unfortunately. He liked this one. I don't think any of us like the price that, I understand it's $100 is $100, and we
Sure.
understand what you're gonna do. I think right now, the minimum I think we need to take is about 1,000. Going once, going twice. Can
Yes,
you give
I'll
us
take it.
1,000?
Yeah, I could do that.
It's up to the council then.
Do with it.
Is that in a motion?
No, I'm just asking. It's a conversation.
And I think if we're gonna take the 1,000, I think I would like from you, and you and I have talked about this,
Yes.
and I love this, put it in writing as to how long it's gonna take you to clean up the property. I wanna
Sure.
clean it up, I'm gonna mow it, I'm gonna keep it clean, and I expect to have the home built by and for sale by November 2021.
Okay, I'd be happy to
Yeah.
do that. That's our goal. That's our goal.
That's what we need from people that wanna buy.
Yeah.
I understand. We're
Lots.
not land speculators, and we've proven that. We've already putting in some substantial infrastructure, so we're not trying to flip land. This is inventory for us to build on.
Well, you're doing a good job on that one on Nelson Street.
Thank you,
Mhm.
thank
Done a
you. We
great
appreciate it. We look
job.
forward to building more.
I like the style.
Thank
Me
you.
too.
Thank you.
We can do, if you like, we can have Mr. Cooper resubmit the offer for 1,000, and you can write a letter.
Okay.
Then we can resubmit it to the next meeting, and then you can approve it then if you like.
That's,
I think that would be good.
is that okay with you?
I think that would be good.
Doesn't he have another one also?
He's got two
He's
more.
got two more.
He's got two more.
So,
Okay, now, can we, is there a way to guarantee that's, if I complete this, then,
Well, I think Lineberger already has it written, and they're the ones, they're listening to this.
okay,
They
okay.
can't not be guaranteed until there's a majority vote by the governing body.
Okay. What would it take to just get it done tonight? With 100? I mean, at the end of the day, $900, the opportunity cost of waiting, and when we could get started on this thing, if it gets pushed to the next vote, that could be null and void and offset the extra $900. So that, I believe that's something to consider. And I understand it is low, but we're gonna give you guys a good product. We're gonna get this done. And at the end of the day, what's $900?
Well, hell, let's make it $2,500 now.
Can't do that.
What
Like,
the heck is $900?
Now what the hell's $1,500?
No, but to the city, for me, it's a lot. For me, it's a lot. To the city,
It's a lot to the city.
okay. Well, the faster we can get this done, the faster I can get started on it and get that thing down and cleared. So, if you guys would consider the $100, I'd be very
said
appreciative,
a
and I won't
thousand.
let you down.
We said 1,000, and you agreed to that just a minute ago.
Well,
So you don't want to do the 1,000?
no, I do not want to do the 1,000. If you guys can support the $100, because at this point we're just restarting the process with the $1,000, is my understanding. So I'd like to get it done tonight because we'll be able to get started on it faster.
But remember, we still have to go to school in the county.
I understand.
Approval, I'm just kind
I thought he
of
agreed to
trying
1,000.
Said, yeah, but then he didn't want to start the
But,
process over.
but if we start this process over, then that's going to get pushed back a little further. We must consider that.
Even at 1,000, we don't get any money. The city gets zero money. The cost of the sale for this property is $1,138. If you sell it tonight for 1,000, the city will get nothing, because like he explained to us, if the cost of the sale gets paid first, and then the money is distributed to the taxing entities. Even if you were to agree to sell it at 1,000 today, we would still receive no funds from that money.
And that extra $900 would, for us, be vital in getting the thing cleaned up and, torn down and no longer an eyesore.
Now, if you want to make a donation to the city
Of course.
of $900, that's a different story.
I'd be happy to do that.
And the finance department.
Wait a minute.
No. Wait, no.
Okay.
That's
After we sell this house.
No, that's
Yeah,
not,
I
that's not.
understand.
Yeah, because the cost of the sale that they're saying is gonna be $1,138.
Yes, ma'am.
That is correct, that 1,000 will be
And
involved.
at that price, the city still gets $0.
Correct.
The APIST gets 0 and Sandpack gets 0. So,
Just curious, I know with the other properties that you bought here, did you buy them at that low amount?
One of them I bought for $500.
Okay.
Last year, but it didn't require the scope of work that this one will require to get ready to build on. So we need to save, I reiterate, every dime that we can in order to, get this place cleaned up. So all
Roxanne?
these dollars are gonna go back into the city.
I have a question for the city attorney. Is this one of the homes on the demo list that you're familiar with, Roxanne?
Yes, ma'am, I've heard you, I'm happy to
Okay.
take a look.
Okay.
I mean, it's not gonna, if it is, if it's struck off to the city right now, it's costing me about $4,000 to $5,000 to get it developed,
Right.
with our demo contractors,
Mm-hmm.
after we get permission from the county and the school districts to do. But I'm concerned because, I mean, he was willing to go for $1,000 and submit, promises, and now he's like, no, never mind the promises, let's go back to 100.
So your concern is the
That's not true.
timeline,
That's not-
correct?
my
Yeah, he's
concern
wanting
is
to
the
get
timeline.
started.
Okay.
My concern is the timeline.
I got you.
Yes,
And so
yes.
now, if we don't do this tonight, what's the timeline? What's the time difference? To start over, as you say. I don't know why we need to start over, but why can't we just amend the bid?
Well, I mean, I was just saying that you would get it in writing, you have a formal packet in front of you at the next meeting. But if you want to accept the offer now, but you don't have anything in writing about his intent.
I can write something right now. My concern is that we get this thing done tonight, so we can get started.
Well, the other part of the equation is you didn't understand it, if you probably wasn't explained it, if you don't get it done by the time frame, you're probably gonna be a reversion clause.
That's fine, we'd be willing to accept those terms. Absolutely. We're gonna get it done.
I'm just,
So,
Can I ask a quick
I was
question?
just thinking.
Are we on any kind of like cable or?
Yes,
That's where
we're
they're
in
yes.
full session.
The other thing that you might want to consider, just to give you a heads up, if somebody's watching and they're interested and go, I didn't know about that, they go look at it and make an offer for 1,000 tomorrow, then that bid goes up to 1,000.
Precisely.
The agenda was posted 72 hours ago, and they needed the bid was 500, so somebody can bid.
But you're saying,
Even then, I mean, what I'm saying is that if it goes to the school and somebody's in, because this has happened before, somebody's in the audience and they see the software, they can make an offer, always $500, they want 1,000, I'll bid 1,000, but I'm paying it up. I mean, it's happened before. So the whole process would be, we call you up, so that's out there also, just to give you that.
as long as he understands that we.
Yeah. Do it. He's in
Write it on
agreement.
the back of your package, because you're not gonna take his whole thing, let him put it tonight, yeah.
The question is what is a new nice house worth to you? And I've proven that I can build one, and I'm building more. And in the long run, that is the most important thing for the city.
Yeah, but you're building them at no cost to you on the land.
There is cost to me on the land. I've got right now it's a net negative. I have to demolish this house. I am responsible for that. So before, this is not a turnkey lot. If it was a turnkey lot.
If they sold it to you as a turnkey lot at $100 or even $1,000.
Well, I wouldn't bid $100 for it if it was a turnkey lot. It would be worth much more than that.
Okay.
This is going to be very expensive for me to get this land into a position that I can build on it. Of course, I wouldn't be offering $100 for a turnkey lot. I have a case. I have a justification for $100. That is why I'm offering $100 because it's going to be expensive to build there.
And you've gotta take it down first.
Correct.
And clean it
Correct.
up.
Just take it down, level it, clean it, yeah.
That's right.
Okay, I'm ready to move on with this. I really, I'm gonna make a motion. Can we do this? I'm gonna make a motion that we just go ahead and approve the resale on, what is it? Suite number S09-1321-TX, track number 1, lot 11, block 212, to Robert Cooper for $100. I'm just gonna go ahead, because you are going to, you've given us your word, and I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
And you have proven that you have, so I just make a motion that we approve the bid.
So you wouldn't approve it for $1,000 tonight?
I'd say $100. That's my motion.
And I know he's good for his word,
We're gonna go from 0 to 0, so what's the big deal?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been second?
it's been second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No.
Thank you. We won't let you down.
How many ayes?
There's,
What did you say?
I said no.
I think there's
I
3
said
of us.
aye.
There's 3.
Is this a simple majority or unanimous?
Yes.
Did it pass?
It's
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Passed.
Thank you for your consideration.
Now we've got the other ones,
Okay.
the other 2, right?
You're not
You've
going to
got-
like the next one. I promise you. You're really not going to like it. But I also, I have an even better case.
$50.
I have an even better case for this one. We're extending the sewer, or should we go
There you
on
go.
to?
Mayor has to read it. Mayor.
Can you
we're
read the
going to
second one?
next item.
So are we on 8-3 now?
You need to read it. We're on the other one.
I lost it.
8-3.
Consider an act on resolution approving the resale property suite number S-12-1043-TX lot 11, block 295, original town site, city of Aransas Pass, and Patricia County, Texas. The property is located at South 8th Street. Bid submitted by Robert Cooper in the amount of
Yeah, he's coming
$50.
a lot.
Do you have pictures on this one?
It's on the back
I do.
here.
They're in the back.
On this one?
And
Oh, okay, this wasn't all one thing. Okay.
if you see the aerial map there, you'll see an easement going from
Oh, okay.
right here in the middle. You see where McClung is? There's an easement right here, where all the trees are and then the cleared lot.
Mm-hmm.
We've purchased the corner lot up until the city land. At this point, we'd be able to build 2 structures on it. If we got this lot and we got a replat pending the city's approval, we would be able to get, I think 3, maybe 5. on there, just depending on what size homes we build and what the city approves.
So you're not talking about this home?
It would be it would be similar to that. It would be similar. The more we did, the smaller they would get, or skinnier, it'd probably be the same square footage. But the benefit that we're offering the city on this one is that at our own expense, once again, pending the city's approval, we're going to extend, there's no utilities over here. So we would be extending the sewer and water line at a minimum 200 feet going across the street. Because at this point, the utilities are right here on the
Okay.
other side of McClung. So we would have to run these lines all the way out here. It's an expensive project.
It is.
So, another benefit, and we do not own the land where the trees is, and this is a dead spot. This is right in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm.
This is right in the middle of the city. It's good real estate. There's no reason it shouldn't be developed. So whether we end up, and I'd like to get this property, but whether we end up getting it or not, it'll create a situation where the people that do own it are able to build on it. So it has the potential for a lot more than what we're able to build on the land that we currently have. Hopefully we get it though, and we're able to do our concept, but it would be just nice to have more homes, one way or the other.
Time frame?
Time frame?
Because there's no cleanup on this property, basically.
No,
The
there's
infrastructure is.
there's not. I would like to have these going by late summer of 2021, and
Completed by?
completed by. It'll take us 4 to 5.5 months to complete these. So December 2021, January 2022.
December 2021?
Optimistically, yes, probably January 2022, right? So,
It's going so fast, right?
Yeah, it is.
I've been having fun tonight, though.
Oh, Lord.
What's the price range on the homes around that area you would be looking at?
With what we're building, I don't think it would be too much different than. It just depends on the replats we got. If we were only, and it might be, we might not want to get the replats. If we know there's a demand, which I think Hogan has established that for a slightly larger home, it might be in our best interest to just do 2 or 3 larger homes there and get into the low mid 200 range. But we just have to assess the market at that point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And if the city's doesn't want to do a replat, then we would be building fewer but larger homes.
Larger home, how large?
Probably in the vicinity of 2,000 square feet, enough to get 3 bedrooms and 2 baths in.
Yeah, because these two here are pretty nice houses that they've got on the other side of McClung.
On the other side of
Yeah.
McClung there, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that area. It's a good
Yeah.
area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's almost like halfway country.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no utilities there.
Yeah.
So we look
Yeah.
forward to bringing them out, given the opportunity.
All right, and so did I understand you correct, you're looking at purchasing the properties where the trees are at?
I haven't made contact with
that's
anybody,
maybe a
but,
plan. Yeah,
but
okay.
of course I would like to. But, there's gonna be a line there, so whoever
Sure.
wants to build on it will have the option of doing it
Correct.
without having to incur the expense that only a project of scale would be able to justify, or somebody with a lot of money.
Sure.
If you've got one person with a lot over here and they want to bring utility lines all the way
Oh,
out,
too expensive.
they're going to look somewhere else, right?
Yes, I agree,
So
I agree.
going through the road's going to be
Mhm.
the most expensive part of it.
Mhm. Okay, well, I make a motion that we approve the resale property, suit number S02-1271-TX, Lot 1, Land Block 211, for $100 to Robert Cooper. No.
$50.
Well, I'm looking at the other one, it's $100.
That'll be the next one.
Oh, $50, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I read the wrong way.
That is correct.
Let's start over, that's, I guess a ram rubbed off on me. It's S-12-1043-TX Lot 11, Block 295, to Robert, on South 8th, to Robert Cooper for $50. Just
I don't know about this one, Robert. I mean, I think, you know, I think there needs to be more, I understand what the cost is, but I can't put a mailbox on that property for $50. And you're talking about building 2 or 3 homes.
At great expense to us and great risk to us as well. And
Well, I don't think the risk is there. I mean, property in Aransas Pass, you know, it's growing. I don't think the risk is there. I understand the cost is there.
yes, yes. But Jan, you're a business person, you know there's inherently risks involved with
Oh, with
any
everything.
venture.
Absolutely.
So
I understand.
there is inherent risk. And on a national economic level as well. We don't know what the housing market's gonna be like in, or during next summer.
And I'm just thinking, based on the water and sewer, we know how expensive that is, and the potential of other sites in that area developing because of him running the line. That's the reason why I'm okay with the $50.
What would a 2,000 square foot home run, retail for? Retail.
I think 250?
Yeah, yeah, 225,
225?
I just want to remind the council that
between
he
125
has not
a
submitted
square
anything
foot
in
to
writing
250.
promising that he'll do this in the
But
timeframe.
I-
You're trusting him. but
I'm
just wanna
trusting
make
him.
sure you're aware.
I'm aware, I'm aware.
Wow, Mr. Cooper, that's.
Well, because he has,
I hope to
He's
not let you
proven-
down.
he-
I hope to
because
not
he
let
has
you all down.
proven that he builds. He doesn't
has
just buy
proven
and
himself
sits
on
on the
the
land.
properties that we've
Yeah.
sold him, but I think he's been a little bit more reasonable on most of the properties.
I'm just saying.
The other properties,
I made a motion, yes.
I'll second.
Okay,
All in
second.
favor?
Aye. Are you
Aye.
second? Yeah.
Did you second it?
Yes.
Because I trust you, I'll go ahead with it. My gut tells me no, though. I think the bids need to be just a little bit higher. And I think that's something that we as a council need to talk about in the future.
I thought we already had talked about it.
Well, I know, but we're accepting.
I say no, it passed 3-2.
I say no also.
I know, I said no.
I mean, the amount
And
of money
I like your project, I
thank you.
truly do.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it passed.
We won't let you down.
for
It
the price-
passed, but-
We
The
won't let
price
you
of the
down.
land is not,
The price of the
No.
land is not $50,
No.
but you got
It
it.
is.
You got it.
Well, we appreciate
you
it.
already got it, buddy.
But it must be considered that with these utility lines, we are improving the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but the fact of the matter is that if you come in as a developer, you ought to have enough money on your own pocket to be able to develop something versus going into somebody else's pocket to be able to develop something. That's
I'm a
just my
business
opinion.
person. I try
That's
to
just
get
my
my
opinion.
materials, my
You
raw
already got
materials
it.
as
Next,
low as
next,
possible.
the next one,
Mm.
8-4.
Do you have another one?
We do have another one.
Okay.
Consider an act on a resolution approving the resale property suite number S-02-1271-TX, Lot 1, Land Block 211, Burton and Danforth subdivision, the San Patricio County, Texas. The property is located on Avenue A. Bid submitted by Robert Cooper in the amount of $100.
We don't have any.
There's
paperwork on
no
this one?
exhibits for this one, and truth be told, it would be multiple years. This one is not on the utility grid. It's nowhere close to it. I think it could be a good area in the future, but of course, I'd love to have it, but I can't make a strong argument for this one. Besides that, hopefully in 3 to 5 years, I would,
Where is it?
it
What
is
close by?
within, I would say within a mile of development services, but behind it, or half a mile to a mile. Yeah,
It's on Avenue A?
Avenue A.
it might be at the end of it.
Avenue A.
That's where the high school's at.
Avenue
Yeah.
A,
Between
Yeah.
what and what?
No,
okay.
I don't
So
think so. I
compared to
think
the
so.
high school?
Avenue A is where
No,
the
no,
high
no, the
school
high
is.
school's gonna be, it's
Behind
the
public-
other side
behind
of,
Public Works, right?
Okay,
there.
so you're
Behind
going
Public
north
Works.
then, so somewhere over there by
Oh, over
Public
there on the
Works?
other
Yeah.
side, okay.
Yes,
Public
it's near
Works.
Public Works.
That's,
near
what
Compton.
road is that?
But that would require.
Saying Avenue Way.
That would require some growth in that direction from the city, and if you guys know that more than I do, if the city's going that direction, then we might have something we can use in several years. If not, right now it would require a pretty massive undertaking to bring anything over there. So if the city's going in that direction, it's something we would like to have. If not, then, we would understand if,
I'm not
on this
sure
one,
if-
I can make no promises on building anytime soon.
I'm not sure that, I would have to see it on a map, but I'm not sure that that area is even a residential area. It's more commercial retail, isn't it?
Well, it's.
If I,
It's-
we need to see
it's
where
ag,
it's at.
it's farm, I don't know what the zoning is, but it's,
It's up there in the map, Carrie, can you see it?
Is it the blue thing? The blue
yeah, that
triangle?
looks right.
Well, considering that you're several years off on this property, I recommend that we do not accept this $100 offer, because one of the things that we all feel is we gave you the other two pieces of
Yes.
property because we want them turned over and on the tax.
I understand.
You know,
I
so
understand the reasoning.
keep an eye on this and,
Yeah.
and let's see where the development on Avenue Way goes, and in
I
the
agree.
future, come back to us.
I completely agree with you.
Because we do honor your word here tonight,
I appreciate that.
because I think I'll find out where you live and then I'm not allowed to say that, strike
I
it.
understand. I understand.
Mayor Pro Tem Moore, that was a motion to not accept.
I make a motion that we do not accept the $100 on, Suite S02-1271, tax lot, 1, land block 211.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Consider
you for
an
your
act.
time. Sir?
Hmm?
Mayor, I'm sorry, you were saying something, I interrupted you.
No, sir, I said yes really fast to that one.
We won't let y'all down. We
Okay.
appreciate the consideration. Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hooper.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna go to consider an act on resolution approving the tax resale property suite number S-10-1159-TX Lot 1, Block 425, City of Aransas Pass, San Patricio County, Texas. The property is located on West Magnolia Corner. Bid submitted by Next Lot Properties LLC in the amount of $6,150.
I make a motion that we do not accept this bid.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Consider an act on resolution approving tax resale property suite number S-05-1093-TS lots 25 and 26, original town site of the City of Aransas Pass, San Patricio County, Texas. The property is located on Rife Street. Bid submitted by Next Lots Properties LLC in the amount of $6,150.
I'll make a motion that we do not accept the bid.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Consider an act on resolution approving the resale property suite number S-12-1046-TX lot 27 block 350, original town site, City of Aransas Pass, San Patricio County, and Aransas County, Texas. The property is located at Matlock's. Bid submitted by Next Lot Properties LLC in the amount of $500.
I make a motion that we do not accept the bid.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're gonna go to consider an act on resolution approving the resale property suite number S-12-1342-TX.
I believe that's the one that was pulled by Line Barger.
Yes.
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 Yes, it's, yeah, because you
8-8.
said you had a higher bid.
I would suggest that you pull that one from,
Okay.
we have a competing bid.
Okay,
Okay.
go to number
9.
9.
Go to number 9?
No. 8, 9.
8, 9.
Well, he pulled 8.
The one that's
8-8.
$38,000.
8-8. Yeah, because I just did 8-7, y'all should never
Yeah,
put a
and we
five.
pulled 8-8 because he had a higher bid, so go to 8-9 now. Here.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Got
The
it.
one for 38, right?
Yours is
Okay.
just
Better.
9.
Consider an act on resolution approving tax resale property suite number S-07-1049-TX lots 9, 10, and 11, block 439, original town site, City of Aransas, Pass, San Patricio County, Texas. The property is located at 1052 South Drive, bid submitted by Matthew Tamarelli, in the amount of $38,000. Hello.
What do we know about this gentleman? What are his plans for this property?
I don't know the gentleman at all. I don't know what his intent is. He lives in Portland, or he has an address in Portland.
Yeah, and this is the one that has the lien.
Oh, yeah, this is the one with the lane.
So he knows it's 38,000 plus the 40,000.
I don't know about the 40,000. I couldn't tell you if he knows that about that or not. But all he's offering today, all he's offering today is to pay the taxes, not the assessment lien or cleanup lien or demolition lien, whatever that is.
The city would receive $18,000.
9,000.
Can I check that file? Do you mind if I look at it real quick? Just to
Go for it.
Do you mind?
At least he's willing to pay the taxes.
I sure would like to know what he wants to do with the property.
Well, you can make a
Is
motion
he
to reject
going
it.
to, is he gonna buy it and then just sit on it until things happen around here? But at $38,000 investment plus a $40,000 lien, that's $78,000 right then and there that he's gonna have to pay for this property.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk of change. I can't imagine him sitting on it very long.
Yeah, no.
You can table it and he can get back with them to get his plans.
It's 3 lots.
No, I don't have any, I'm sorry, I don't have any additional information. I thought there might have been a conversation, or some kind of note, but there's not.
Can we make a motion to table this so you can
Of course.
visit with him as far as council would like to know what his intentions are?
Yes, ma'am. We can do
I
that.
make a motion, we table this?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now we go to consider an act and resolution approving the resale property suite number S-10-1154-TH lot 16, block 352, original town site, City of Aransas Pass, San Patricio County, Texas. The property is located at 640 West Goodnight, bid submitted by George Coleman in the amount of $4,000.
I make a motion that we don't approve this one.
I'll second.
There you go.
I agree.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we're gonna go into executive session.
Are we finished?
That it?
Thank you very much.
All
All
right.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll get back with you.
All right,
All
thanks.
thank you.
Now, we're gonna go back into executive session. Section 551.071 of the Texas Open Meeting Act to meet with the attorney to seek legal advice on a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the city council under the Texas Disciplinary Rules of Professional Conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflicts with the Texas Open Meeting Act relating to city legislative agenda. Section 551.087 deliberating regarding economic development negotiation related to Coastal Shares LLC 1982 Highway 35 North, Aransas Pass, Texas. And section 551.074 to deliberate the appointment, employee evaluation, reassignment duties, discipline, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, city attorney, city secretary, municipal court judge, and that is 817.
Okay.
Here we
I
go.
make a oh,
We're gonna reconvene in open session to consider and take action if any item is or on any item discussed in executive session.
No action?
And it's 9:16.
I make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
I second.
All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Wow, Felicia.